Good morning or good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today we'll talk about European country population data. We'll talk about Germany and Italy because they're both countries that the population is shrinking a lot and getting lower and lower each day more. So let's start with our really good presenter, Amanda.
So first I'm going to talk about the historical population of Italy. The historical population of Italy here, you can see that it grew, but on 2020 it started to shrink and now it's decreasing. Now I'm going to talk about the historical population of Germany. As you can see here, the historical population of Germany keeps increasing, but since 2020 it hasn't increased very much. So my observations are Germany's population is currently about 24 million more than Italy, and Italy's population has remained relatively stable, while Germany's has steadily grown. The conclusion is that Germany has experienced more consistent population growth over time than Italy's population. So here's the population timeline. As you can see, Germany population has increased a lot, and Italy's population is declining. So the observations are basically the same thing, that Germany's population has experienced periods of growth and decline, and Italy's population increased until the early 2000s, and then began slowly to decline.
Okay, so now
the
best presenter will start talking. She explained a lot, but I'll explain better. So I will talk about the rates of that in birth. That's at 1,000 people that live at Italy, 7 are babies born and 12 are people dying. So as we can see, people are more dying than being born. So this shows that the Italy population is getting older and older, and they do a lot of publicity and propaganda to sell homes at villages for a lot of low prices. And at Germany, at 1,000 people, as I said, 9 babies are born and 12 people are dead. So as we can see, both populations are getting lower, and Italy's population is getting more lower than normally because they only have 7 and Germany has 9 babies born. As you can see, as I said, we have more people dying than being born, and younger people don't want to have children. And that's different than the other years because normally, example Brazil, people used to have 6, 7, 10 children, and now they only have 2, 3, and the population that is coming now, it only wants 1 or doesn't want or want to be father of pets or toys. Okay, so conclusion, both Germany and Italy are facing a lot of problems with their population growing, and that is really bad because we can see that they need to do more publicity and propaganda for young people having sons. They need to help with financial if that's mostly the problem. Example, let me see, that it will come one time if they don't do propaganda that there has more immigrants coming than babies being born by year. So I think that's a really bad problem, and as we can see, Italy could give some money to help financially the parents, and Germany help financially the parents so they can finance their child, their future. So that's why. So I will pass now to Arthur Schuler. He will continue my topic. He will talk about population also. That's our product. So you can come now, Arthur.
So hello. My topic, I'm going to present the population pyramids about from Germany and Italy. So starting from Germany here, we can see that there's likely more males in the age that most have people in Germany are 55 to 59 years old. This number is a little bit worrying because this shows that the population is getting older, and that's not good because that means people are not having enough children. And here we have Italy with the same problem, that the most common age for the population is also 55 to 59 years old and 50 to 54 years old. So also we have, for the observation, as I already said, both Germany and Italy have large older populations from 50 to 70 years old compared to the younger population, indicating an aging demographic. Also, the younger age groups under 30 are noticeably smaller, reflecting low birth rates, as I already said, and potential future population decline. So, conclusion. Both Germany and Italy are experiencing populations aging and declining birth rates, which may lead to future challenges such as shrinking workforce and increasing demand for elderly care.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the fertility crisis that is happening in Italy. Since 2023, Italy has experienced a decline of birth rates that reached a historically low point. The ongoing decrease in Italy has become a national crisis. Even though the government are trying to prioritize the issues, efforts to reverse the trend haven't shown results yet. There are many factors on why the birth rates are decreasing. The first one of them is the economic insecurity. The birth rates have been declining since the economic crisis of 2028. According to Italian National Institute of Statistics, Italy's average monthly income is 2,575 euros. However, the average cost of rental properties is 12 euros per square meter, meaning that a family apartment of 100 square meters would cost almost half of their income. The government dismissed proposals to grant birth to immigrants, contributing to the crisis. Families think that the current government's incentives are insufficient to address the long-term family of lack of substantial support of young families quickly. Even though the reduction of taxes to baby supplies can cause some relief, they don't offer stability and long-term security to encourage couples to have offspring. Okay, now Kyle is going to talk about the Italy population decline in rural areas and urban overcrowding.
Coming now back to the topic of Germany, so just for over tourism, is make the visa, I think, in my opinion, make the visa harder to get. Also, make the things more expensive there. So for tourists, of course, so tourists stop going there, and also the government can stop making publicity for the tourists, and also they can put the citizens on top of the tourists. so they can care more about the city.
Arthur Schuler is going to talk about immigration statistics, immigration, Italy aging, and Italy aging again.
So, starting off at immigration statistics, so it estimates that 5,253,658 foreign citizens live in Italy. This represents about 8.9% of the total population. Also, again, from immigration, so Italy shifts from a country of immigration to a major immigration hub since 1980s. This means like there's a big amount of people that go to Italy to try new opportunities of life in immigration. So again, talking about Italy aging, as we talked about in the presentation, so Italy has experienced a sharp drop in birth rates. The share of the population of 80 has risen. Italy is experiencing a democratic crisis by a decline in birth rates. So also from the aging population in Italy, so the country life expectancy has reached a record of 84 years old, and the median age of risen to 49 years.
Okay, Barry Schuler is going to
Okay, let's start. Now I'll talk about the urban city, the part of the urban thing. The population declining in rural areas because people doesn't want to work with agriculture anymore and doesn't want to live like farmers. They want to live like as normal, not normal, like normal people. I say they want to like work at companies. Let me see, use phones, use electricity to work basically, and also the rural is declining, but the urban one is becoming a lot bigger since a lot of tourists is visiting Italy, and the persons who live there normally doesn't have place to stay anymore. It is really overcrowded because, as I said, a lot of tourists is coming, and that already happened with Palma de Mallorca. That people are doing protests there, so they can live go again. Yeah, Kyle, done.
News article. So now I'm going to talk about the news article, article of Germany population increasing. So in the 1990s, Germany population increased, but not because of birth rates, but yes, because of immigration. In 1999, the population was 82.1 million, and this growth happened despite more deaths than births.
Bye guys. Kyle is gone, so he isn't going to say goodbye, but